True believers, welcome to yet another episode of Professional Casual Network presents. Wait, did I roll it wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol vlog, pavlog. I am Chuck. That is Tim. That is Dan. Guys, we have literally a metric load. I mean, a dump truck ass of a load.
Yeah, so much
to talk about. Mini-Extravaganza. Remember, Tim, can you do something really quick for me?
Probably not.
Can you hit that button? Oh, it's not the button I thought it was. Never mind. Yeah, that works. I was wrong.
I love that one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That sounds like my ex every time I say I was wrong. So look, I said, I bet you they're not going to release a lot of information about Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's probably just going to be Star Wars stuff at Mini-Extravaganza.
There was a metric poop ton of Star Wars stuff.
There was a ton of Armada and X-Wing. Yeah, I was blown away by, and we got Master Yoda finally. And two different models.
He wasn't in there yet.
Yeah, he was one of. It's like Ham and Ahsoka, and you're not getting Ahsoka or Iceman anytime soon.
It's never going to happen. Either of those models. We will certainly talk about things that should not have happened before Iceman later.
You're absolutely correct.
That's just going to be a new segment on the show every time I'm on here. I guess it doesn't have to be only when I'm on here, but that should just be a new segment. What are we getting before Iceman?
Yeah.
A founding X-Man.
So good.
Oh, I'm going to be the one fired up this time if you keep bringing that up.
I can tell already. I'm really excited about it. It's fun when it's not me having my blood pressure go through the roof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, let's break this down. Let's just talk about games played, because you guys tried what was released
also at Mini-Extravaganza.
Yeah, Mini-Extravaganza. The Civil War organized play. Is that what it was called?
Yep.
What was it? How was it?
So we played the first mission. There's 3 missions total, each one kind of working as an escalation game. It might be more, I guess, of a narrative play between the Registration and the Resistors, right? Renegades. Calling them. From the, I don't know if they actually said it in the particular stuff that came out of the Sokovian Accords or the Registration Act. They kept it pretty vague, so it wasn't movie or comic specific. Yeah, which I appreciate that they do. So it started out with a 15 threat, kind of a whole ton of targets acquired mission. And there were 6 things of evidence files, and then 3 spies. The spies stayed stationary. If you were holding it, you got 2 points during the cleanup phase, but you also rolled 1 less die against energy and physical attacks. And if you were holding evidence, anyone attacking you could re-roll one of your defense dice or turn it to a blank. Turn it to a blank. Effectively, a pierce, I think. Right. It was really cool. It was very different. Yes. Which was nice. And having 9 objectives on the table. Yes. A 15 threat. So we tried to kind of recreate the airport fight scene a little bit. I played an unaffiliated team with Black Panther, Vision, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. And Dan played... Didn't bring a Koye, huh? Nope. You know, I took some advice from people and chose Peter Parker instead. Right. Instead of Black Widow and Okoye. Instead of Black Widow and Okoye. How'd that work out for you? It ended up working out. But I was very legitimately concerned without an affiliation and not having a model advantage. With that many targets on the field, I was expecting a different outcome, but I ended up getting very lucky at a couple of really crucial points. I spiked really hard. But Dan, what did you play again? Avengers with Captain America, Hawkeye, Ant-Man, Winter Soldier, and then because we don't have rules for Falcon or Scarlet Witch yet. Yeah, or War Machine. Well, he was on the other side, but right. Oh, fair. For that particular themed build, I ended up taking Rocket for 2 points that I had left, because at that point I was assuming you were going to take Black Widow on your side because she started on your side, and I felt Rocket fit the Renegade side better than the Pro Registrants. I also disagree, but now is not the time or place. We have too much other stuff to talk about. So much to talk. We've discussed it in the Discord and whatnot. Yeah. That's fair.
overall, what'd you guys think of it? Was it fun?
It was different. It was different enough to be kind of pretty exciting, actually. A very different type.
It was just nice to have something different, something new.
And it's odd the placement of the tokens on the field. I don't think there's any threat in the game where there are 6
the most
objectives on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And the pattern for the secure objectives were also in a diagonal instead of like straight down the center, which doesn't seem like much, but actually does have a pretty substantial change when you're not trying to go for the same thing on the same side. So your flanks kind of end up being a little bit different.
Yes, we ended up changing our plans at the last second. As I know, last week on this show, you guys were talking about doing the Infinity War organized league. We decided to kind of table that to do Civil War because it was brand new, and the Infinity War is going to take a little more planning. We wanted to have a little more time for that. So still coming. Still excited.
Might be a fun like summer series or something like that. Something to kind of break the summer up.
Right. It's kind of been it's had a weird release where some places are getting it and some aren't. So I don't think it's like we need to do this now because it's brand new. Where Civil War was like, this is brand new right now. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, and we want to try to do it very legit and have people with rosters and have that kind of go through. So giving people a little bit more time to do that, and also shoot a video where we go over who we're playing in our rosters. I think will be fun.
Yeah. Make a real big to-do of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so for the next
somebody's
2
going to
weeks,
get a trophy.
Right. But so yesterday you saw on, the Power Phase, we played game 2 of the Civil War event, which was 16 threat. I haven't looked at the actual rules for that at time of recording, but
I haven't planned that far ahead. That's crazy. We got too much to talk about tonight.
Yeah, too much. Moving on.
Have we mentioned where we're playing these games?
That's actually a great point. We're playing those at Bearded Dragon Games and Comics, where you can go over to beardeddragongames.online, use code Professional Casual at checkout, get free domestic shipping on all of your local game store goodness, Marvel, Crisis Protocol, Terrain, Paints, Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons.
They
Magic
just got the
Pokemon.
Monster Fight Club, like literally their entire stock of pre-painted terrain, which looks fantastic on our
It really does.
Yeah.
The trees are legit. And I really like that they're somewhat disassemblable.
Yep.
So when you do have those line of sight issues, you can just take the canopy off the tree and look right through it. It's really nice.
And
really
doubles as a bush.
That's true.
Yeah, get 2 for the price of 1. Bush and log.
Yeah. Yep. Were you going to say stick at first and then switch to log? Because in my head, I did the exact same thing.
Because otherwise it didn't make any sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But and if you... I believe at the time of this release, the promotion will still be going on. I know their stock is running low, but if you do order more than $100 worth of stuff from Bearded Dragon Games .online using code Professional Casual, they will throw in 10% extra shipping.
Love it.
You literally won't find an offer like that anywhere else online. They are the only place doing it.
There is I can think of some other companies that could really use it, to be honest.
Right.
Yes. But they're also our sponsors, so we're not going to talk shit on them. But I am, check out the Monster Fight Club stuff. It's amazing. Just go check out our twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network to see it set up on the table. It looks fantastic.
Love it.
Let's talk about all the models that got released, that were showcased or shown off with the or concept art that did not get a card. It was just, look what we have, and you get to do nothing about it. Let's drop literally 27 fucking names right now. Ready? Blade. That's the only one that matters.
With tactical vampires.
I fucking love that they are just leaning so hard into tactical anything. It's like, you guys fucking bitch and moan about rocks? Here's some fucking vampires that don't make any sense of why they're coming out of the ground. But here it is with some smoke.
Looks great.
Enjoy your smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hope you don't like options.
Yep.
Because we've taken them away.
I absolutely... That might be my favorite model that they've ever made.
It looks...
I can't wait for that one.
Awesome.
It looks super good. I cannot wait to make it look like a graveyard and like its hands coming up out of the grave.
Ooh, that'll look
that thing looks super fucking... Oh, God.
Sweet swords and his coat behind him. He's jumping down. He looks so great.
It looks so good. We got Omega Red.
Oh, yeah. I'm pumped for Omega Red.
So, guys, they listened to our show because
obviously
it was on my wish list forever.
Mm-hmm.
Omega Red looks beefy. What do you guys think? A 5 threat on him? 6 threat, maybe?
I think 4.
Like an 8. Hard 8, probably. Threat. Yeah, I very realistically 4 or 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till he has a power that has like a range 3 or 4 to do damage and then get healed as he sucks the energy.
That
from
and
you.
Sap. I want more Sap characters.
Sap
I really want to run a Sap list
there.
with Enchantress, MODOK, Red Skull, and Vision.
I can see a situation where he's got a range 4 whip that saps, slows, and potentially on maybe like a hit and a wild takes after the attack takes damage off of him.
That'd be really cool.
You know, because his powers traditionally have always been about weakening or sapping the strength out of his opponent's side, I almost like to see Incinerate on there. But because they've kind of stayed really thematic into the name of the debuff and not what the debuff does, I highly doubt that they will Incinerate on him.
Right, because he's a...
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but Toad...
Maybe Shock?
Could be Shock.
Shock, Slow, and Sap.
Yeah.
That would be brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he has some kind of invulnerability too, because typically he's his skin is like super hard.
He's like a Weapon X dude, right?
Yeah.
Does he have a healing ability?
I'm not I don't think so, because typically he heals himself by taking the life force of others with his tentacles.
Oh, okay.
His carbonadium tentacles.
So I guess I could see that. They probably, instead of doing like a nerd to pain or an invulnerability, just assume that most of his attacks can regenerate a little bit over
I hope so.
Damage reduction.
Yeah.
But he looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks super great.
And I didn't assume he was on their list anytime soon whatsoever. So that was a great surprise.
Yeah. Who else? We got Craven the Hunter.
Yeah.
Yes.
A couple from my wish list, Craven and Lizard.
Mm-hmm. The Lizard model looks so good.
Awesome. That looks, I mean, holy crap. It's jumping up out of the freaking like sewer.
Yeah.
It's an action like it looked tactical sewage. Come on. Like it looks fucking great.
I'm really excited for that box. If I have to like parse down that month for whatever reason, that one will be the top of the list because I love the look of the Lizard.
I also see him as a 4 or 5 threat. Probably some pretty solid defenses, and
I hope he's not a 5, just because Lizard, like he's not typically that powerful.
Yeah.
But you never know what they're gonna do, because they could make him a 6 threat if they wanted to, and just really
Hydro Cannon. They're gonna give him Hydro Cannon as a move.
Yep.
Oh, brutal. Good thing it only has 5 PP.
Yeah. I really like that model. I think that blew me away. I really like the Kraven model. He's jumping off the like piece of like zoo wall, which I thought was a nice little touch. I hope that he plays almost like Killmonger.
Yes.
I hope, because I kind of hope we get another Killmonger like model. I hope Lizard is just. I hope he's just all attack.
Yes.
He's fast and he's all attack.
Yep.
Like that's what. Characters that I love are just characters that are bloodthirsty. That's how I play. And then I play Web Warriors, which is a terrible idea. And
I assume he'll probably have some type of ambush or some type of physical attack that also moves him. He'll have like a really brutal attack that maybe staggers or something. He'll have a throw and like a charge or something like that.
And then probably
maybe a regen.
I was gonna say like a healing factor
1.
Yeah. That
which
makes perfect sense.
But it makes me well, I guess not. Technically, it's not part of Weapon X, but then he would be able to use the Weapon X card or exceptional healing, whatever it is.
Oh, is the only requirement for that they have a healing factor?
Yeah, you have to have healing factor as a word. But either way, I mean, I guess it would still thematically work.
Yeah.
Over under on whether they have 2 different naming conventions for healing.
I could see him
be only for mutants, and they'll use regeneration or something for someone else.
I mean, I hope not.
Same.
The only other one I can think of is Nebula has a special rule where she heals one at the start of her turn before healing factor was but
healing factor happens at the end of the turn.
Right.
Yeah. So I could see a situation where we get regeneration happens at the end of the round.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't even happen on his turn.
It's like slower kind of.
Yeah. And I'd almost like for it to be, if he's dazed, it pops him out of being dazed.
That'd be awesome.
At the end of you couldn't have both there, right? Because if it happened at the end of the round and he's dazed, then he can never be flipped.
Maybe the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe once per game. Make it a once per game option.
Yeah.
But I like that as an idea.
For simplicity's sake, I hope it's just healing factor 1 or 2.
Oh, you're so boring. God.
But Kraven, yeah, I really legitimately see. I would love to see like a marked for death type of thing where maybe he can put a token on somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of his activated superpowers or active superpowers to put something on someone else and he gets extra dice while attacking that particular person.
Yeah.
They become his Corey.
Probably some type of trap, like a booby traps or like a trick or treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could certainly see as well. Maybe not heavy damage, but maybe it puts slow or immobilizes people.
Oh, that would be so
I
good.
really like the idea of putting like him, Punisher, Mystique, and Green Goblin all on the same team.
Yeah.
And just
Oof.
blowing everything up if he has that ability. I think it'd be really cool.
Oh, so yeah, sorry. I guess I meant not him blowing stuff up like trick or treat, but when someone moves within range of him.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, booby trap.
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah.
trick or treat thing got moving with
Yeah,
the range.
sorry, that was a bad example.
I forgot too that one blows up terrain.
But still, I think it would be super dope.
Yeah.
And
Black Cat
Black Cat. Yeah.
is also in that release.
I think it looks all right. It looks very Harlequin-esque to me, like 40K Harlequin.
Oh yeah.
So
she's like vertical, right? Or horizontal?
She's doing like a backflip action. I like the model. I think it's fine. I've never been a huge Black Cat mark myself. She's all right. She's kind of cool. I mean,
I liked her more than Catwoman.
I mean, fair.
I like Spider-Man more than Batman, so I guess that's not shocking. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It was kind of bored me because she essentially was just Steve Rogers in a sexy suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just never really did anything for me.
I assume she'll be a long movement with stealth, probably with a minor reroll mechanic.
Right, because she's got some kind of luck powers like Domino, right?
Yep.
Maybe she'll have the same probability control power as Domino. Yeah. Just kind of reuse it.
And I could see a 3-inch strike with a whip.
Yeah.
She's going to be what I want a Domino to be.
You know what? She will probably have an objective token steal.
Oh, right. Like,
oh, yeah, that would totally make sense.
Who doesn't? No.
Like
who
Enchantress.
Enchantress can like make people drop it or something.
Yeah, she can take them off of people.
Yeah. So I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which would be cool. Actually,
and bleed on strike.
Is that off of her strike? Enchantress?
No, it's a superpower.
So I'd kind of almost like it if it was like her like pay superpower.
Oh, like Venom Blast?
Yeah. Like it makes you drop it and then she can pick it up for free or something like that.
Oh, well, maybe she doesn't pay to interact.
Maybe she doesn't pay to interact would be super dope.
That would be awesome. Yep. I was thinking Sin's leadership ability where you can make people drop held objectives. Maybe she can do something.
I really like the idea that she just gets to interact with things and doesn't have to pay to do it.
Yeah.
I think that would actually be super dope.
That would make her pretty unique.
Yeah. And then you can justify a 3 threat for her. Yeah. Make her a glass cannon, sure, but for the turn, you know what I mean? Like she's got that objective and she didn't have to pay for it. Super dope. I think that was it, right? That was it on models.
As far as models, yes.
Okay. And then we had some concept art and some panel to play. We had Jean Grey and Giacomo Casanova. I'm very excited about.
Yeah. So
what? This one completely blew my mind out.
There's no reason for this. There is none.
Nobody's asking for Cassandra.
I literally have no idea who this person is.
She's cool, but like, I don't want her in the game.
Cassandra Nova came around.
Oh, I thought it was the Italian adventurer author of the Republic of Venice autobiography from the 18th century. It's not Giacomo Casanova?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is. The look is inspired by it because that's where her name is based from. But Cassandra Nova is Professor X's twin sister who he absorbed in utero, where she was so psychically
her with the umbilical cord
because he knew she was evil. She was so psionically strong, she was able to manifest herself later.
It's funny, reading in the comics, it seems kind of awesome. And the way you describe it, it sounds horrendous. But
it sounds horrific.
She is like super high tier level threat who is incredibly powerful and really put the X-Men through the ringer a couple of times. Both times it came down to one that had to pull everything out to make it work.
So she's a villain.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if like that's why, because they're like we've been saying we want more villains.
I guess. Yeah. But like
Omega Red, great response to people wanting more villains. Cassandra Nova.
Okay.
Strange choice.
So my assumption,
someone won a lottery at AMG. Someone was like, everyone for Christmas this year can put in an odd character that they really want, and that dude guessed how many jelly beans were in the jar, and got his pick. There's no other way that they were like, you know, who would be a good idea? Cassandra Nova.
So
it's just so odd.
Is it possible like they're doing this so we don't get Xavier anytime soon?
Do they just not want to do a wheelchair model so hard? They have so many inner office fights and discussions about how they do it, or if they don't do it,
Right.
that they're just like, let's just do Cassandra Nova. And everyone's just like, fine. I can see that. That seems actually very legitimate.
It's very possible. I will say Night Models did make Oracle in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So like for the Batman game. So like maybe they don't want to tread that line. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
either way, there is some mental work. There are some meetings. There are deals made. There are hands shook.
You know how
to get
many
Cassandra Nova into this game.
You know how many people are going to convert her into Xavier?
Oh yeah,
yeah, for sure.
Now, all that said, I'm actually super excited about it. I think that's cool. As far as she's the MODOK of that wave.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, wait,
absolutely.
what? Like, and I love that. Anyone can be in this game, and they regularly prove that.
Right.
They have one of those moments where they're like, oh, we need to re-up everyone's hope in the world.
Remember, we had said just not that long ago, like they're running out of characters that are big name things. So why would they not start throwing out just rando super powered up characters?
Yeah.
And I hope she's good. I hope she's an auto take at 3 threat, but she plays like Cable. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want. I want a Cable bald lady. That's what I want.
Realistically, she should be like a 6 threat because she is like
right. So they're going to put her at like a 2.
Well, like Storm was a 3. Nobody saw that coming. Everybody thought Storm was going to be a 5, easy.
Yeah.
So like they can dumb her down, but like Cassandra Nova is an Omega level threat for sure.
Yeah. So naturally you put her at a 3. That's what they do. When you're Omega level 3.
I wouldn't mind more lower threat villains, but because I'm assuming Sinister is going to be up there if we ever find out.
Yeah,
what he can
I assume he'll be.
Also, real quick, shout out to my new nemesis Scott. What up, Scott?
He's your nemesis now?
He's my nemesis now because he said, "quote." He thinks that we are we're overvaluing Cable. He doesn't think it's going to be that bad.
I'm also mad at him because he thinks we think that, and not just one specific person.
Also true.
Actually, shout out Scott.
Shout out to Scotty. He's a good dude. I like that dude.
Yeah,
he's a cool dude.
Scott. Hi, Scott.
Okay, so but let's talk about Jean Grey. Awesome. They got her in the old school suit, which I really like.
Yeah.
So they're just keeping that 90s theme.
I wonder if they, I mean, I don't assume, I mean, if there's a low chance of her being anything, it's a 4. I think she's a 5 or 6 with a spend X to throw X. But terrain or people, I hope at least.
I could, her and people I can see.
Yeah.
I could see maybe a situation where she is super fragile on the front. You flip her over and she becomes Phoenix on the back.
Be kind of cool.
That would be really cool.
I could see a situation kind of like a...
Maybe you never kill her, you flip her, she turns into Phoenix, and then that character just...
Yeah, which is absolutely...
Hydra Bobs it.
Yeah.
As the kids say.
Her card is just full of rules because Jean's so powerful.
Yeah. I would legitimately think that would be super dope if it was like a... And I hope there's 2 models. Like, I hope you have to put it within range 1. Like, when she's dazed and you would normally take her off, like flip her, when in range 1, you now get to put Phoenix down, and it is absolutely a terrifying model.
I like that idea. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I don't think so.
Same.
Well, I have said it, and much like getting Galactus in an Ultimate Encounters only situation, we're not going to get it.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I do hope they do her in one of a few ways. The way you described is one of them. I don't think it's super likely, but here's what I hope they don't do. I hope they don't make Jean Grey and give her a Phoenix power somewhere in there. That's just like one attack, or like one of her superpowers is called Phoenix Force or something like that. If we get Phoenix, I want it to be its own thing. I don't want them to kind of just make a nod to it and then never do anything else.
It'll probably work. I could see it working like Captain Marvel's binary form, where it costs a bunch for her to access the Phoenix Force, and then she gets like +2 dice to everything, or like binary form, something like that.
Yeah, I hope it's not something like that. Just because I want it to be its own thing.
I want it to be really Phoenix based or don't touch it.
Correct. Yep, exactly.
Like just do 90s Storm or 90s Jean Grey.
Yeah.
And she can still be a 4 or 5 threat because she's super powerful with telekinesis and telepathy.
Yeah.
And just be Jean and then give us Phoenix separate. Give us the golden and green suit Phoenix at another time.
I mean, realistically, if they want to make money, no. Leave it Jean Grey on this release, and then you release a Phoenix version of Jean Grey, and they cannot be played together because they both have the Jean Grey name.
Exactly.
So
I would buy them both.
Yeah, that makes the most sense, realistically. All right, let's talk about models that were shown that got cards in the process.
This is the heavy stuff here.
Well, let's start with... You want to start with him?
I got Spider-Man.
He's the one I'm most excited to talk
we'll
about.
save Spider-Man for last. Dig it.
Yeah, we can talk about Mysterio.
We got watches.
What are you doing, bro?
It's just scrolling.
Quentin Beck. He looks interesting. For 3 threat. Mysterio.
One of my favorites.
We got our typical villain stuff where he's 6 stamina on the front, but only 5 on the back. He's got a short move, which is a little surprising because he's on a small base and he's size 2. I thought he's going to be on a medium base for some reason with all the cape and smoke.
Well, cape and smoke kind of would have made sense because like Strange is on a bigger base.
Yeah.
Dr. Octopus is.
Yeah, Dr. Octopus kind of makes, but like Strange never really made a lot of sense of why he was on a bigger base to me.
Right, just that ring around
fair.
Yeah. I kind of could see a situation where it would work into Mysterio's favor, that he was kind of on a bigger base. But the small move does not bother me in the slightest.
The small move is the smallest odd thing about this.
Yes.
Because he's got so many movements, shenanigans. But let's talk about his defenses real quick, shall we?
Defenses. What is happening here?
Yep.
1, 1, and 5.
Yes.
Whew.
Oh, my nipples are so tingly right now. I'm so excited about this because it sounds ridiculous.
Yes.
But let's break down why it's 1, 1, 5, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Master of Illusion.
Master of Illusions. It is an innate power. Whenever this character rolls a die after the effect is resolved, gains 1 energy. If it rolls at least 1 blank. Additionally, the character uses its mystic defenses when making dodge rolls. What?
And smoke and mirrors, the two together.
Yeah.
And then,
I was like, wait a minute, just dodge.
Right. And then defense when making dodge rolls. And then smoke and mirrors when an enemy targets this character. Dan, read it. My brain just had a goddamn
Ooh, you all right there?
I'm having a stroke. It's been a long day.
When an enemy character targets this character with an attack, this character may use its mystic defense regardless of the attack's type, unless the attacking character pays 2 power.
So it's Enchantress. It's Enchantress's ability, but can Enchantress use the mystic defense on dodge rolls?
I don't believe
so.
So it's even better.
You can't throw stuff at Mysterio. He's got 5 dice against it. What?
Right.
And
he doesn't have to pay because it's not an attack.
Right. Which is super great.
Yeah. That's so good.
And just
Tim's new favorite character because he's practically immune to throws.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
so I like him a lot. I'm a little nervous by them using defenses as low as 1. That said, they really captured this character in this moveset. Like insanely so. Yeah. I am so grateful and impressed that they did this. Because a lot of this stuff seems like, I don't know, he's going to get KO'd really quick, but he's only 3 threat.
Yeah.
He's actually got pretty okay health.
Yeah. He's 3 threat, and you have to pay 2 energy if you really realistically want to take him out. So you have to do like attack, like math. Figure out, is it worth it? Is it worth it for, and I mean, you put him in Crime Syndicate. Oh my God. Crime Syndicate just got 1,000,000 times cooler.
Yes.
Because now he counts as 2 on an objective.
Oh,
I mean, come on. Oh, you put him, you have him, make him your extract. I know he's slow, but let's talk about his other powers.
Yeah. So his third of 4 innate powers is he also has stealth.
Yep.
So you got to get up close to him.
Yep. You have to get up close to him, and tricks and traps.
So this is one of the ones I'm actually super excited about.
Yeah.
So when an enemy character ends a movement within range 3 of this character may use the superpower. Roll 4 dice. The enemy character suffers 1 damage for each wild and crit. If the superpower deals at least 1 damage, this character may advance small. That is
so good.
So stupid good.
Yeah.
It is the
3
same
power.
cost as other booby trap things. It's only 1 more than most counterattacks, but you get to advance small afterwards too.
Right.
And this is when the character enters that range 4 area. This is
Range
not
3.
after an attack. Oh, sorry. Yeah, range 3. This is not after they attack. This is you are gone before. The only interaction I can see potentially messing this up is charge.
I don't think so, because it's 2 actions when you do charge him. Like a 2.
You make a movement action followed by an attack action.
Right. I think this would interrupt it because you finish your advance and then you attack.
It says when the character ends a movement within 3.
Right.
So the attack.
So it gets around the charge.
So it gets around the charge.
So you could potentially get out of range.
He
of
is my
charge.
favorite character.
Yeah.
He's easily
so
my
cool.
favorite character.
He also has flight. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But then he's got his attacks.
so he gets to go over terrain now.
Yeah.
Like
that's
nothing gets in
nice.
his way. Oh, you want to attack me? Too bad I'm up on top of a building now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I absolutely love that.
Now to buy this off, outside of the defenses, his strike is only 4 strength.
Yeah.
But it's range 3.
Range 3.
And
Gnosis
once
gas.
again, without a wild, without anything else, after it, he can advance.
He can just move.
He's like
You realistically never have to spend a movement action on him once you're like round 2, round 3.
right.
Yep.
You can literally just ping pong yourself all over the place.
He's like a cheaper, less intimidating Angela
Yes.
with just movement shenanigans.
Yeah.
He doesn't move as far as she does, obviously, but he's Mysterio. He's going to be making these subtle movements and changes that you don't see coming.
Also,
Well, let's talk about Curtain Call,
yes.
because I feel like this
I love
is
the name of this
a situation where I can hear Wargaming Dad in the back of my head. Shout out to Wargaming Dad. If you are in range to use this, you're already in trouble.
Actually, pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Range 2.
Range 2, strength 6. It's 4 energy. I don't ever see me using it because I'm always going to want tricks and traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always. And I mean, unless I'm just have been hoarding my energy on him. If this attack
Which,
deals
granted,
damage.
I'm going to have a ton of energy on this character because I roll blanks like a champion.
Right.
So
That's very true.
I need to be running Black Panther a lot more because that came in clutch.
Yeah, that
our
was
past
so
game
good.
this past week because I could guarantee, never before could I guarantee that I was getting at least 1 defensive success until I played Black Panther.
But Curtain Call, if this attack deals damage and if the target character is size 2 or less, they may throw them small. And Tim, your favorite,
stagger
on a wild.
Stagger and a throw. Granted, it's only size 2 and it's a pretty costly power. But listen, you're throwing 6 dice. Chances of you getting that 1 wild are actually pretty solid.
Yep.
Staggering it and getting it away.
I feel like, if he's within range of this, he could be in trouble, but then throwing a character short could get him out of that trouble.
Yeah. Mysterio is going to be an absolute powerhouse.
He looks
I cannot
awesome.
wait.
Like,
I don't look forward to fighting him with you controlling him, Tim.
Fair.
I am very excited, and he's 3 threat.
Yeah, that's great.
You could tell me he was a 4, and I would agree. He's in no, he's not in criminal syndicate. Yeah, he's as of right now, he's not.
Right.
He's only in Spider-Foes. But that doesn't mean they wouldn't add him. I'm sure he'll be in
needs
Cabal.
to be put in there. He needs to be put in criminal syndicate. There's no way he shouldn't be.
I mean, it would be too, just because why not?
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense why most of them wouldn't, because at one point or another they've all worked for Fisk, and Fisk is the leader of criminal syndicate. So why would you not put all the Star Wars villains? Why would you not put the
As we all know, it is canon that Watto worked for Kingpin at one point.
He almost got him to do a spit take there.
Man Murdoch, what are you doing? I'm a legitimate businessman.
I don't know why that got me so bad after the fact. Shit. Oh, that was good.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. He looks solid.
And the model looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, he looks great.
He like literally parts of him are missing because it's coming up out of the smoke. Like I don't know if you noticed that, but like part of his like legs missing because he's like essentially an illusion himself.
That's great. It's gonna be a great summer for this game when this Spider-Man release.
Are we assuming
excited.
This is Q3?
Well, when they released the Spider-Man picture, they said coming this summer. So
my guess would be Q3 unless they pull it to August.
With the other pushes, I don't know.
Which makes me kind of bummed out.
Unfortunately, you know, as we all know, I was going to say at time of recording, but I don't have to say that as often in this show. No, it comes out pretty soon. You know, there's a big boat that's all sideways, so no one can get anything anywhere. Until that's rectified.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's talk about the other character that they showed off, Carnage.
Oh, he looks great.
Not
weird.
I don't really like the model. I don't know why. I think I need to see more angles or something. He needs a blade. He needs an axe hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I am underwhelmed by the model.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because like it looks good, but I feel like they could have done so much more. I'm actually not a huge fan of the card art either. I don't think it looks particularly stellar. His injured side certainly looks better. It looks very. Have you read Maximum Carnage?
No.
It looks very Maximum Carnage.
Okay.
Yeah. So, which kind of makes sense. But he does have that like weird ballerina pose. Yeah. Which is kind of goofy.
Which I'm not against the pose. I don't know. I want my Carnage to have so many more little tentacles and like ink marks that looks like, you know, a left-handed person was writing a check all over him.
I don't mind the model.
I mean, listen.
You've seen my handwriting. It's actually totally fine.
Are you left-handed?
I totally forgot you're left-handed.
My dad's left-handed and taught me how to do everything left-handed, but I'm right-handed. Yeah. So I'm this weird ambidextrous in that I can't do things with both hands. I just do certain tasks with left hand and certain tasks with the right hand.
I am literally the same way. Everybody taught me how to do everything right-handed, and it's awful.
I taught you wrong as a joke.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the odd man out here where I don't mind the model at all. I think it's fine. Like it doesn't blow me away like the Lizard, but I think it's also because they showed it off with Lizard and Craven and Mysterio that are just awesome. And Carnage is not bad.
Yeah. It left a little to be desired. But let's talk about the stats. 7 health on the front
and
medium movement and back.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the back. Oh, you have the back. Okay. Medium movement, height of 2, 4 threat. I kind of dig. 5, the opposite of Mysterio. 5 physical, 1 energy, 1 mystic on defenses. I hope that this is really cool. And I'm really glad that we're seeing characters come out with it. I'm a little bummed that they're all coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
However, I am very happy that they're all Spider-Man villains that we're seeing this with. Mysterio and Carnage. I hope it stays here. I don't want this to be
I've really very legitimately kind of hoped we would never see defenses below a 2. I kind of wanted that to be the bottom.
We were talking about like having Carnage be 4-2-2 and Mysterio 2-2-4.
Yeah.
Seems more within what the game does, but I mean, we don't design the game, so.
Correct.
Well, we'll see it in practice in a few months.
Yeah, accurate.
Main strike, symbiotic tendrils or tentacles, depending on who you are.
This is exactly the same as Venom's attack, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Range 3, 5 dice, standard builder with damage equal to power and bleed.
Venom have bleed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, actually, but
pretty sure. I got his card here. I can look it up while you talk about the next part.
And then maximum carnage attack. It is an area 2 effect. We're seeing a lot of A2s.
A2 sucks.
Yeah, like I don't
like better than A1.
I mean,
fair.
Yeah. Hey Dan,
what?
Can you learn how to not cheat with Ant-Man every time?
What'd I cheat this time?
You did his his ant-size uppercut or whatever at a range 2.
Oh yeah. I realized that later in the game, and I was like, "Oh shit, that shit's only range 1."
Yeah,
it didn't do any damage anyway, so it worked out.
No, it was funny because I had literally just got done listening to Fury's Finest podcast where they had just gone over Ant-Man, and they pointed that out to me, and I literally went, "Oh shit, have I been doing range 2 literally the entire time and I just haven't been paying attention?"
Yeah.
Yeah, Venom does bleed. It's exactly the same. The symbiote tendrils on Carnage, which I
that
like makes
the consistency
sense. They
they have between characters
sure.
sometimes for sure.
I mean, if it's the same name, it should be the same power. Shouldn't be like, I kind of hope they kind of fix that with Legion, where there's just 100 million different names for the same thing.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts. But Maximum Carnage, it's a 7 strength, 5 energy, super expensive.
Sorry, go on.
Well, it's 5 energy, super expensive. After the attack is resolved, the target gains the bleed special condition, which they already have on the strike. But is that a wild?
It's an attack and a wild.
An attack and a wild. Okay. After the attack is resolved,
huge, by the way, Rampage.
Right. Deal 1 damage to each enemy within range 2 of this character.
That means for each target.
I realize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Right.
So when this goes off, it's super worth it.
I mean, you're waiting to spend that 5 power for just the right moment. You have 3 guys within range 2 of Carnage.
And I can hear Wargaming Dad in the back of my head. If you're the opponent and you let this happen, you fucked up and you deserve it.
He is a massive threat with that one specific thing. Granted, it is very convoluted. It is something that takes a lot of setup. But when you're playing Gamma Shelters,
I was gonna say Gamma Shelters is his best friend.
Yeah.
100%.
You are a threat.
He'll be worth it for that one attack if you roll the Rampage once or twice.
Now, granted, similar to Mysterio is actually not difficult to deal with at all. You have 4 power on him and you are dazing him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You are effectively, most likely, putting whatever you roll onto him.
Right.
Same here. So you do it all at once. It should not be difficult to put 7 damage on a 1. You know what I mean? MODOK obliterates him.
Well, look, I think luck in Carnage's favor here, the vast majority of attacks out there are physical. So he's going to be using that 5 dice most of the time.
So like against Brotherhood, which has 1 energy attack, and it's Toad's acid spit.
Oh my god, that's so true.
Because Sabretooth is all physical, Mystique is all physical, and Magneto's all physical. So
her auto pistol is physical?
Yeah.
Why is there not a consistency?
All of the auto pistols are physical.
Yeah.
Sins is? Okay. I, for some reason, thought it was energy. I don't know why. Okay.
The only one that's different, but it's not called an auto pistol, is 2-threat Black Widow.
Okay.
Whose pistol is in fact energy.
You would
no, her pistol is physical. Her 2-point Black Widow's strike is energy.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, so we were joking.
Because she's like zapping it with her wrist thingies. Oh my god, yeah. I didn't think
that
about
joke works because we always laughed after it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So like you make a good point that like if there's like 3 people around him,
totally worth the 5.
It's totally worth it. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. Sadistic Glee. During the next attack action made with this character this turn, add 2 dice to the attack rolls. After the attack is resolved, if the character rolls any skull results, this character suffers 1 damage, which makes sense. This superpower can only be used once per turn.
If you got 7 power on Carnage and you do maximum Carnage with after Sadistic Glee, you're rolling 9 dice per attack per target, like you're gonna get Rampage every time. Almost, not certainly, but you've got a really good chance. What's the math on that, Charlie? 9 dice rolling a crit and a hit.
I smell toast. I don't know.
His other one, Paint the Town Red, is that 2 power or 3 power?
It's a 3.
2. Is it?
It's a 3.
Yeah, the pictures got here a little blurry.
And this is really kind of what makes up for his defenses. Is if this character dazes or KOs an enemy character with an attack during its activation. That's actually super important for a lot of those extra cards that give you attacks off your turn. This character may use this superpower. After the attack is resolved, this character advances small, removes all damage from himself, and then makes a symbiote tendrils attack. This superpower can be used only once per turn.
He's on a medium base, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Pretty sure from
he's on a medium base.
That video and pictures.
I mean, gross.
Which is real good.
Yeah.
Just the removing all the damage off him is so huge.
But I feel like he's going to have the same issue that I have with Venom, or not with Venom, but with most spider web warriors is he's going to be power starved. I'm going to constantly struggle to keep power on him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's power hungry. I guess because he potentially could produce a lot of energy.
Yes. Well, not really. I mean, his only builder's his basic strike. which is just for damage
a
done.
5 though.
Right, but that's standard.
But with that 7 stamina, he can take some hits and build up some power that way.
And he will be taking damage.
Yeah.
So
yes.
And then he got Arch Nemesis rule.
Yep.
The rule that I want everybody to use and nobody ever does.
Is this the second time we've seen this?
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
And I love that it's Eddie Brock.
Yeah. I love if he goes against Venom.
Perfect.
For those who don't know, because you don't play Green Goblin, when attacking Eddie Brock, this character may modify or re-roll skull results and may re-roll any number of dice of the attack dice. At the start of the character's activation, if there is a non-dazed enemy Eddie Brock within range 3 of this character's first action must be an attack action targeting Eddie Brock if possible. I absolutely love this rule.
So great.
It's so cool because like I like it as the opponent because I want to bait you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I've got a 4th threat Peter Parker that's literally going to do fucking nothing. I'm going to go get your leader off whatever it is that I need him to do.
Right.
If you're playing Green Goblin, I think this is a lot of fun. I think just trudging Venom, like if you know they're bringing Carnage, bring Venom and just trudge him along, keep him within range 3 and make him, and then just make them battle, constantly healing. Like I absolutely love that.
I just love Venom walking up to Carnage and being like, "Stop trying to hit me and hit me," so then he can so many snacks back.
Yeah, exactly.
And like just trading blows. It's just so Carnage to me that he's just unhinged and he sees Eddie Brock and just loses it.
Yep.
That's perfect.
He also has symbiotic serial killer. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yep.
When this target is attacking, the defending character does not add dice to its defense roll for results.
For critical
results.
So half a hex.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I mean, still good.
Really good.
Which seems to be happening pretty often. We've been getting things like that. Domino has it. He has it. There's probably other characters. Maybe it's just those two. But
back to back.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
us talking about
Strange can put hex on somebody. You know what I mean? But I will say this, it also kind of helps with his energy.
Yes.
Build
for sure.
A little bit, and not a lot, just a little bit. He's also a wall crawler. I mean, cool. He can go over terrain. Perfect. You know what I mean?
We did get his 2 tactics cards too.
Yes. Let's talk about those because they're wild.
We don't know what they're called, but we know what they do.
Yeah, they didn't show the titles, which is interesting. We see one of them has something, maybe rules in the title.
It's probably We Are Carnage.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The other one we can see looks like the word R and then a W after it is a new word.
Are we there yet? A Carnage, very impatient, especially on long car rides.
That definitely says Carnage rules.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. But let's talk about.
I can see chaos rules or mayhem rules. Or
I like Carnage rules better.
Yeah,
we'll call it Carnage
Venom
rules until we know better.
But let's talk about the yellow card. I assume it says We Are Carnage. Carnage may pay any number of energy to play this card. Choose one enemy within range 3 of Carnage. For each energy spent, the chosen character gains the root special condition.
I like that we're seeing more root.
Yep.
Forgot to mention it in the games played this week. There was one of the objectives you could interact with.
Spy.
On a crit, wild, or attack success, you got 2 power. But on a skull, you became rooted.
What's root do again?
It costs you 1 more power whenever you activate a superpower or reaction ability or reactive ability.
I mean, nobody plays Groot, so I kind of forgot that was a rule.
Yeah.
Yep.
Legit. So it's nice to see it again. It makes sense with Carnage's tendril things are going to work a lot like Groot's vines anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And then the other ability, Carnage may spend 4 energy during his activation to play this card. Choose an enemy within range 4 of Carnage. Advance the chosen character S towards Carnage. After the advance, Carnage may make a symbiote tendrils attack targeting the chosen character. Now, I know there's going to be people out there that say, I can do this if they're outside of range 3, and I'm going to assume they cannot. Because it says you then may make an attack targeting the chosen character. I would assume they still have to be within range 3 to do that, but
that would be my understanding and ruling, but I'm but apparently I'm joking a lot.
Sure, that's fair. But I could see a situation where maybe not. Because it's a tactics card, because you paid 4 energy to do it, maybe the range is, but
now granted, you should always be able to get within range 3 after a small advance.
Especially
whether you choose
toward Carnage too, so it has to get closer to him.
Right. And the character has to be within range 4.
Right.
So like a small probably puts you within range 3. I would hope.
Yeah.
If not, you messed up, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
So you first read this and I was like, okay, that sounds so similar to the Venom ability Web Snare that does not cost 4. Venom's only cost 2. And I was like, wait a minute, Venom's is range 4.
And it's just a pull,
and
it's not an advance.
And it's medium. But then I realized, it's a pull, whereas Carnage is here, this card is an advance, which is very different.
It is.
So it can move.
You can move people around
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop as soon as it touches a target. And then he also gets to attack, which Symbiote Tendrils, attacks for free, but hey, a free attack here. Or attacks for no power. Yeah. So this is one I feel like you'd want to do before Carnage goes, so you don't accidentally KO somebody or daze them outside of his activation. Or I guess it could be his activation, you're using this card, and then he could...
So that's an expensive.
Well, it says during his activation, play this card.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Oh, it does say during his activation. Never mind.
Right. I was thinking the same thing, Dan, until he told me to read the card too.
Yeah. I mean, we don't read.
Right. Accurate.
Yeah. And then, was that... Oh, no. And then we, of course, have our new leader for the Web Warriors. We have the Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Which I kind of figured.
5 threat Peter Parker.
5 threat.
So good.
I mean, he's so much better than the 4th threat.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like, so much better. I kind of hope that they make the 4th threat Peter Parker 3 now.
What do you do with that 1 point to get so much better?
Yeah. So, in Peter Parker fashion, in D&D terms, he had only odd-numbered stats on his 4th threat card.
Oh, yeah.
He had stats, and they were actually pretty good, but they were all just under the next 17. Modifier. Yeah.
So I imagine this Spider-Man is the 4th threat Spider-Man is when he fights the villain the first time and gets his ass kicked. And then he limps away. He takes a little bit to think about, how can I actually defeat this villain, as I take a minute to think about it. And then he comes back as 5 threat Spider-Man and whoops him because he figured it out.
Similar to Saiyans. Once the batter they are beaten and then healed, the stronger they become.
True.
Hate everything about that statement.
He's so good, though. He's on a medium base.
Yeah, so let's talk about the model right off the bat. There's a lot going on that.
His card is full.
It is the model. It has an explosion.
Yes.
It has the same model. It has the same rigging, metal rigging that what's his nuts is on? Beast is on.
Yeah.
But there's a satellite now.
Yeah, why not?
There's some webbing.
Yep.
And I'm not sold on his pose. It looks a little too round for me.
I was really hoping he would be coming out of a pool, personally, is kind of what I wanted with this particular model. No? No one else?
I'm waiting for the punchline.
Like Sinister.
Oh, with his weird... Okay, yeah.
Which we didn't even get to see anything about Sinister.
No, we didn't.
What is going on with Sinister?
I expected all the characters that we knew were coming, we were going to get stuff for.
All the cards?
Instead of a whole... Well, yeah, so I guess
this summer.
I guess we knew Mysterio was coming and got his card.
Right.
Same with Carnage.
Well, I mean, all these we knew were coming, but things that we've seen the models for and whatnot, I think we're going to be getting the slow release of the panel to play.
I was expecting Scarlet. I was expecting the fast guy.
Quicksilver.
Thank you.
I almost said Scarlet.
Speed.
And I was expecting Sinister day 1.
Yeah.
Like hey, here, guys.
Especially on the heels of WandaVision.
Yeah.
But
whatever.
We'll get them.
And with the launch of Winter Soldier and Falcon, I was expecting that we would get some new...
I have a feeling
we'd get a new Winter Soldier model.
I figured Q4.
Or the Falcon and War Machine box. That
I guess that too. But I think this game needs a new Winter Soldier model.
Bucky.
Here's one thing that I like about the new Spider-Man model coming out. And
it's 5 threat.
To a lesser extent, the Black Widow and the one before, that we are going to be having when we get a new version of a character, it is at a different power level. It's a higher threat, it's a lower threat.
I love it.
I like that a lot.
It's always a higher threat so far.
We've only seen it twice.
Right, which I think is smart because power creep, the model is obviously going to be better. Like rules wise will most likely be better. So I like the idea that the threat is always going to be higher. I don't want them to release a model where where the rules are.
You don't want a 3-point Magneto?
No, I don't.
Like old man Magneto. Ultimate Magneto after he loses to Professor X and Professor X mind wipes him and just makes him this old guy that plays chess in the park with him every day.
Such a good storyline.
No, I don't want to. No, that sounds awful.
No?
1-point Magneto.
Yeah.
The model's on a large base. It's just him sitting playing chess, not having any idea. All defenses are won.
Yeah.
I don't care if a new model version of a character we already have is quote worse by being a lower threat, as long as it's different. That doesn't bother me at all.
I agree. I agree with that. They did that really well with Black Widow, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I really want Farmer Thanos, that has his sleeves out and is really good at getting his head chopped off.
He's got a rule, should have gone for the head.
Yeah.
And then when you attack him, you can change any blanks to crits before doing crits. All right. So, yeah, Spider-Man. Immediate upgrade, stamina is 6/6, whereas the 4-threat version is 5/5. That's a huge change.
Yeah.
Long movement on a medium base.
Gross.
Sweet.
Yeah.
He's Angela fast. Still size 2, which would be shocking if he was anything different. Defenses are solid. These are like She-Hulk level defenses.
Yes.
You find her card quick to compare
4-4-3. So actually reverse of Cable, who was 3-3-4.
That is how I would also describe it being reversed. Yep.
We were talking a little bit before we started recording. He said something about reverse Cable defenses, and I was like, what were Cable's defenses? I thought he meant 3-4-4, just flipping it like mirrored.
Yeah, but I meant exactly what you meant.
Yeah, it's reverse of what Cable is. Yeah,
better than She-Hulk. She-Hulk is 3-4-3, and Spider-Man here is 4-4-3. So.
I still don't understand why She-Hulk has higher energy defense than physical, but
I don't either.
I'll take any weakness, honestly.
I guess the theory is, I don't know.
There must be something in the comics where she shrugs off laser blasts more than anybody.
Yeah,
probably
twice as much as regular Hulk.
Yeah,
right.
So
I just realized these are Captain America defenses that Amazing Spider-Man has.
Yes.
Yeah.
4-4-3 without a shield.
Spider Strike is the strike. Is that a 5? That's a 5.
Yep.
Range 3
though.
To builder. New ability. On a
momentum.
I think it's a crit and a
wild.
Crit and a wild.
Yeah.
Choose another character within range 2 of this target character. Place this character within range 1 of the chosen character. The chosen character suffers a collision. If this character were thrown into it.
I go base to base.
Love that.
Yeah.
So cool.
And the mental picture of him, leapfrogging off of people's chests to punch this guy and then jump off of his shoulders over. It's perfect.
So good.
It feels like the Spider-Man video game.
Yes.
100%.
It does not feel like a Spider-Man who is a turret that sits still and taser webs and then, or impact webbing.
Webs to taser web.
And then throw somebody.
I love this one. I love that he does it to another target character within 2 of the original target, and then he collides with them without even having to be base to base.
Correct.
Like, that's so good.
And I love the wording on it too. The chosen character suffers a collision as if this character had been thrown into them.
Right.
So they save themselves a line. It suffers a collision, you don't, without saying he's immune to that particular collision.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, and more importantly, say that his base somehow lands next to 2 people on the move. It's like, hey, you got to choose one instead of him just berserker barraging everybody. And then he has a new attack, whatever a spider can.
So the other Peter Parker, jury's still out on what he can do comparative to what spiders can do.
Sure.
This Spider-Man, though, as he is amazing, we know for a fact
he can do
whatever a spider can, assuming that he has 5 power.
I'm sorry, is that an 8?
Yes,
it is.
Oh my God, 8 strike, range 2. So, okay. After this attack is resolved, though, it gets to advanced medium.
That medium base, so it's far.
Yes.
And on a wild catch, a new ability. After this attack is resolved, you may choose an interactive terrain piece within size 2.
Within range 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, within size 2. Within range 3, stroke, sorry guys, and destroy it. The target character suffers a collision. So it's essentially Peter Parker's ability power, the 4th threat Peter Parker, but built into an attack that also has an 8 fucking strike.
On a wild.
Yeah.
And it's within range 3, so it's even better than 4 point there.
I adore how they cut the bullshit out of this. It's not a terrain feature within this amount can be thrown medium towards this thing. No, you blow it up, it does the damage. That's it.
Yep.
Don't measure, don't worry about the rules. Oh yeah, the power phase has a real difficult time remembering what those are. This was pretty much made for us.
Thank you, AMG.
Thank you.
It's
Really
almost like they
appreciate it.
watch.
You've heard our cries.
Yes.
So good.
For Wargaming Dad to tell us how the game works.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Wargaming Dad, once again.
Seriously. And then, of course, because why wouldn't Peter Parker be the leader of the Web Warriors?
Finally.
Friendly. That's yikes. But
Yeah.
I don't know why you got to shit on Miles like that.
What? No, I like Miles.
I really
No, it's just I'm commenting on the fact that everybody flipped out online that Peter Parker wasn't the leader when it first came out.
Peter Parker did not have leadership qualities.
Was it? That's the earlier Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I mean, this one even had shows that this is supposed to be him later in his career, so it makes sense.
all right. Once per turn during the allied character's activation, they may pay 1 energy and choose an enemy within range 2. The chosen character gains slow special condition. If the chosen character already has a slow special condition, place it within range 1 of its current location and remove the slow special condition. So here's the thing.
So good.
I didn't even read the second part when I read this the last time.
Right.
Explain to me like I'm a 5-year-old. What?
So, during every one of your character's turns, you are going to be putting slow on somebody for the cost of 1 power.
Right.
If that target already has slow, you can move them 1. You've already webbed them up, right? They're slowed. So if
you're pulling them
towards you because you've webbed them up.
Not necessarily
them somewhere,
but you can pull them anywhere within 1.
Oh my god!
It's really
it's
good.
A place too. So if there's terrain in the way, whatever, you just move them within 1. And
I mean, 1's not a ton, but it's enough to get them
but for
off
1
an
power.
objective.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's
and it's enough to get them off an objective.
Yes,
100%.
She-Hulk wants to be Peter Parker's Web Warriors here.
Yeah,
just slow, and then she punches the crap out of him to stagger him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I first read this, I immediately stopped. I guess because I immediately thought, "Oh my god, all webbed up just got absolutely terrifying."
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it's so good.
It very much did.
Ability.
Yeah. I mean, like,
so that synergizes insanely well with all webbed up.
Absolutely terrifying. And then he has a web swing, which is awesome. It can make some even more mover.
And not just that, it's cheap. It's a 2 power range 3 reposition.
Same thing.
That also gives you 2 extra dice on your next spider strike.
It's the same thing.
As what?
As Miles.
Oh, I've never actually played Miles.
Yeah, I know you haven't.
Or
I did
or Ghost Spider.
I did once, and then Green Goblin drop off Venom right in front of me and ate him. Like immediately.
RIP drop off.
Yeah. So real quick, all webbed up, just for people that don't know that one off the top of their heads. I had to manage to find the card super fast. It's a Web Warriors only affiliated card. It's active. Web Warriors character can spend 3 to play this card. Each enemy character within 3 of the character that played this card suffers the slow special condition. When an allied Web Warriors character is attacking a character suffering the slow special condition this round, add 2 dice to the attack roll.
It's for the whole round.
Yeah. It's so good already.
It's terrifying.
In addition to Friendly Neighborhood Spider Team is just bonkers, and like auto include if you're taking Amazing Spider-Man as a leader.
The other thing that I love about this particular character, the other, or his only reactionary or reactive ability, Witty Banter, only costs 1, is pretty much a reverse of the Spider Foe's affiliation ability.
Yes.
So whenever he is within range 3 of an allied character that an enemy... I'm sorry, whenever he's within range 3 of an enemy character that's attacking him or an ally, he can spend 1 to re-roll 1 of the dice during the modify opponent's dice step of the attack.
Yes.
Awesome.
Also, you can modify the opponent's attack dice.
Yes.
One of them.
Yep.
For 1 power, that's so good.
Yes.
I love that. This guy's bonkers.
There's mastered spider senses.
So good.
He may reroll any number of defense or dodge dice instead of just 2.
Significantly better than, well, I guess the trade-off compared to Doctor Strange is Doctor Strange rerolls them all, but can reroll skulls. This can't reroll skulls, but can reroll only the ones you want to.
could reroll skulls if Miles is the leader and you have an objective or something.
Yep.
Which
I like this character also. So let's break this down. Does he flip? Does he do anything on the backside?
I don't think he changes at all.
Nice.
Nothing new.
Okay.
From what we can see.
So do we think 4-threat Spider-Man still has a place?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Not really.
Just
honestly.
because.
I mean,
just
really.
because of the different threat level. That's the only reason.
Yeah, that would be it, though.
Okay, I'll say that.
I'm short 1 point, so I'm taking Peter Parker instead of Peter Parker.
Fair. We also don't know what
way.
tactics cards are coming in this box.
Yeah.
If they both apply to Peter Parker and they make 4-threat Peter Parker for that turn really, really good,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yep.
So it's possible. But otherwise, jury's out. Nobody's bringing Parker anymore.
Maybe it'll be a tactics card that costs an amount of power equal to your threat level.
Very, very possible.
And
It's really
is
possible.
only slightly better on regular Peter Parker.
So I maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. Why not? But otherwise, I don't think anybody's
They've
gonna
done
bring-
dumber things, like
Sure.
put out Cassandra Nova. So
Ooh, I just realized another thing that makes Mastered Spider Sense different than Spider Sense is that for 4-threat Peter Parker and Miles, they can only reroll 2 of its defense or dodge dice against physical or energy attacks. Whereas
yeah.
Amazing
he can
Spider-Man
just do it
can do it
against
to any.
defense. Right.
It's not a
Anything all
huge
the time.
difference, but being able to reroll against
he's
Mystic.
already so fucking durable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
yeah.
He's going to be insanely difficult to hurt.
I am not saying this as I'm not saying this to be a dick. He almost feels like he should have been a 6.
I've been waiting for you to say that about him.
Instead of him being a 6,
He's
I actually don't necessarily disagree with you here.
Not
Yeah.
totally.
His damage output certainly isn't as high as I feel a 6 threat should be, but he's going to be incredibly difficult to hurt. I would have rather have seen his defenses be a little bit lower with that. Versus
Threes.
having his threat increased. I would rather see the defenses.
I will
go
say 6/6 for a 5 threat is a bit below average.
Yes.
They're typically
Yep.
14,
Mhm.
Cable's 13, Spider-Man's 12. So he's on the low end of stamina for a 5 threat, but he gets to re-roll any
Yeah.
number of dodge and defense.
Yeah,
dice.
and if you are running Miles, he's just that much more durable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he's on
And
if he's on an
his
objective.
affiliation ability is really good. Witty Banner is also very good.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even think about that, like spending 1 power to reduce 1 damage that you're taking.
Well, you want it depends on who's playing. Sometimes, when someone plays Spider Foes, they only re-roll their opponent's defense dice into shields. So,
right.
Okay, so you are re-rolling it. So yeah, I guess it's not that it's going to negate it. It's not like
at least
It's
not a
if
guarantee.
you re-roll it into a crit, it will not spawn an additional dice because it is during the modify the opponent's dice.
true.
step.
That's quite a bit after.
Right.
Yep.
But
It,
still real
it makes
good.
it worth a 1. Like it's
Yeah.
gamble.
Oh
right?
yeah.
If it was not, that would be broken.
It's well
Correct.
balanced
And maybe
there.
that's why it's so cheap is because there are more successes on
You could
for
potentially
attacks
turn
on
in.
dice than defense
Yeah.
successes.
Well, you wouldn't. Would modify crit matter, or would crits exploding matter?
No.
Okay, so at least that on the
Yeah.
plus side. Now here's my other question before we move on.
Mhm.
Do you think this replaces Miles indefinitely?
No.
I don't either.
Yeah, I agree.
Mostly because of the threat.
Again, that's a huge threat difference, 3
Sure.
and 5.
Mhm.
And
But what I do, so when I originally saw this, I thought, man, Miles just got benched.
Yeah.
Like Miles got benched hard. And then I realized, no, it means I get to go full tilt Carol whacking on everybody's ass with Miles now because I don't have to worry about losing my affiliation bonus.
Correct.
Mm.
I can turn Miles up to 11, make him run around, do everything that I need, that I want him to do in Web Warriors,
Yeah.
but I'm absolutely terrified of losing that affiliation bonus. I like this. I really do. I don't like that I have to sink 5 threat or 8 threat total to make it happen. That makes me a little bummed, but I really like Miles with Friendly Neighborhood Spider Team.
Yep.
Because he is so fast.
Yeah.
He potentially is so fast. I mean, medium move unless you're cheating, and then the web
is that
swing
one
is super good too.
Yeah,
just crank him up to 11.
Mhm.
Send him.
Mm.
So brutal.
full send.
Yeah. I really like this. I really wish I just liked the model a little bit more, but again, I don't have it in my hand yet. Hope maybe there's a possibility of even reposing him a little bit. The pose is wonky to me.
Will Schick did confirm in a stream that his right leg is attached to the smoke of the explosion.
Yeah.
So how much that, I hope it's just that there's like a divot in the smoke and then his leg just fits in there and the leg is normal. For people that don't want to put him on the smoke, you know, we'll see.
Right.
Eventually.
Either way. All right. So after that entire cardgasm that we had.
That was all one day.
That was
Mini-Extravaganza. It was all within like 2 hours and I was like, oh my God, I can't keep up.
Then there was more.
Yeah.
That followed.
We still have another full episode of stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah, literally.
This was a huge week.
This was a gigantic week. Let's talk about the biggest reveal, arguably ever. Sin.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the apartment building because it's physically.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about the apartment building. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's about a Galactus foot's worth of.
It's a lot of plastic.
That hurt my feelings. No, actually, the apartment building, it's cool that they're coming out with more terrain.
Yeah.
They're making more city-esque terrain. I like that it's modular.
Yes.
You can change the height of it. It comes with fucking pigeons.
There's 3 pigeons on the sprue.
Gigantic. They look like gigantic Hulk pigeons. Like they're humongous pigeons.
Okay.
I love it so much.
It's cool. It's something different. I like that we can put it on the base if we want. Like, so we don't have to put trash. You know what I mean?
The pigeon?
Yeah, you can put a pigeon on a base instead of putting it on, you know, like a bottle or something.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Right? I think it's
kind of pigeons on all my
bases. I kind of really want to see how good those windows are. Because I'd like to look like a frat house and just put beer bottles along all the mirrors.
Does it come with like clear plastic windows? Do you know? Did we see? Because on the today's stream, Dallas was painting an apartment building, so that's how we found out like the pigeons and whatnot. I wasn't able to watch it though, so I don't.
Yeah, I only saw some screen grabs. That's about all I saw. But it looks great. It looks really cool. I'm just happy there's more official terrain coming out.
Yeah,
keep it coming.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yep.
I still want to know what that damn chimichanga truck does. I'm like,
I don't think it's going to do anything.
I don't know, but if there was a time to do it,
it's with Deadpool.
I think it's super cool to have its own rule card or something, or a tactics card that specifically did something with that chimichanga truck. But I'm pretty sure they've already revealed all the cards that are coming in that set, and nothing had to do with the chimichanga truck. It's just
unless there's a threat specifically tied to it.
Oh, please make it an objective or something. Yes,
like just make it fucking weird.
I don't think. It comes
and you can only play it. You can only choose the card if Deadpool is on your team.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yep. Like something goofy and weird like that. I don't know. I just want to know. Like, just give me the stupid box so we can find out.
Yeah.
But no, not till May or fucking October now, whatever the new release date is.
Right. May in America.
So let's talk about Sin.
Yeah.
Sin.
I love this card.
I do too.
I was not expecting to like it nearly as much as I.
2 biggest bangers out of this particular week to me are both 3 threats. It's Mysterio and it is Sin.
Danny's also very excited for Sin. She loves the look of this card.
I think the model looks great.
Yeah,
we got like a kind of a bigger blown up version of it. With the release, I think it looks great. It is going to be so easy to convert her into Baroness for my like G.I. Joe team.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, it's super easy to do. So I'm super hyped for that. I literally don't have to do anything. I just have to paint her black, like the suit black, like her entire like suit area black, like just no skin showing and done. She even has a skull where Baroness sometimes had a skull depending on, so like super dope.
Yeah.
Let's talk about her abilities. I don't actually have it in front of me.
Here's the good news. Granted, this is probably not real or staying because it has been taken down from the Instagram and the Facebook, but her builder costs 4 power.
Whoops.
I wonder what happened.
I think they put a 4 where a 0 should be.
You ass.
No, I deserve
that. But not where you think. I think it's a strength 0 attack that has range 3 and costs 4 power.
Yeah, it worries me a little bit that this is probably coming out in May in America.
Yeah.
And like, wouldn't this already be printed and whatnot? Is this on that shipping container that's in the Suez Canal? You know, like
for AMG's sake, let's hope so.
You're right. So like, I feel like we very rarely see typos on these cards.
Correct.
Once in a great while, like the very core set, the Black Widow has one of the symbols isn't colored in properly, and that's about it.
Right.
So the fact that it says 4 where it clearly should be 0. You're right there, Charlie.
So as far as stats on her healthy side, she's 3-3-4. So she should already be 6 threat because those are cable defenses. She's got 4 health on the healthy side, medium movement, size 2, 3 threat. Very basic builder, automatic pistol, range 3, strength 4. We're assuming supposed to be 0 power to use. After the attack is resolved, she gains 1, and then it has rapid fire, but no specific dice roll for rapid fire, similar to Mystique and I think Agent Widow. Just happens, the rapid fire.
Right.
Make it personal. Now this is the thing that we talked a little bit in the panel to play episode.
Yep.
Range 2, strength 6, maybe 4 power. Also, maybe not 4 power. We don't know.
Right.
I'm assuming it is a crit and a wild, has insult to injury.
Yeah.
Where after the attack is resolved, this character may make an additional make it personal attack without paying the power cost. The additional attack must target the original character and is a mystic attack instead of its normal type. This additional attack obviously does not have the injury or insult to injury special roll. I like that. I really like, we haven't seen that before where the attack type changes on a rapid fire or at all.
That's pretty cool.
Outside of, like Hawkeye or a Green Goblin being able to choose what type of damage it does.
More mystic attacks. Yes.
Yes. Yep.
The game needs that.
Well, and I like the idea. I like the idea of it, that it's like more like maybe just psychological warfare that she's essentially using.
Right.
To get into your, to essentially like psych you out and then attack you.
Well, and it makes her awesome against someone like Carnage. Yeah. Where if you get up there and you do spend that power for the attack, chances are you're probably not going to do any damage on the initial attack, but you could realistically wipe them on the second. Because it's attacking a 1 defense. If you crit at all, if you roll a little bit better than normal, and she has some other stuff going on where maybe she can get a little bit more oomph out of it. I'm lying. That's not accurate.
Or she gets him down to 1 and then Crossbones finishes him
and
off.
Then, her DTF BFF. Crossbones.
BBQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives the bone to Carnage before he gives it to her. You know what I mean?
Good God, man.
Listen.
This is a family show.
It's not the only person that Scarlet Witch can get up and then blow up, if you know what I mean. Crossbones went to Suicide Explode in Avengers Age of Ultron or Civil War, and she launched him in the air and then he blew up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the thing. She got him up and then he exploded.
All right. She is a new leader for the Cabal.
Yes.
Which is dreadfully needed because nobody likes Red Skull.
I like Red Skull.
I like Red Skull.
All right. Most people don't like Red Skull.
I don't like Red Skull, but I think he's a fun character.
I don't mind playing the model Red Skull.
Sure.
And Marvel Crisis Protocol specifically.
Yes. Otherwise,
because he has sap. I like sap.
It's fair. Totally fair. But we've gone over her ability before. She essentially, if somebody's on an objective, they potentially could get pushed off of it.
Yeah. During the cleanup phase, super important after.
Yes.
Victory points.
If it was before, that would just be broken beyond belief.
Everybody would take her.
That would be a 7 threat, in my opinion.
Yeah, right?
So
you just don't score points.
Yeah.
You don't score points till you get rid of her.
But she does roll to see if it happens. I believe a crit, wild, or attack success. She can push an enemy character off a contesting objective token away small.
Right.
Sweet.
And she also rolls a die for each enemy holding an asset token within 2 of an allied character. So that's going to be huge. You also, not only do you need to place her, you need to place your other teammates. If the result, once again, is a crit, wild, or attack success, the enemy character drops 1 asset token of your choice.
Which is stupid good.
No, they don't have to be within range 2 of her and an ally. They just
I see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, she becomes target. She becomes public enemy number 1 for me.
Yes.
Like I need to get rid of her.
I guess that's more of what I meant. Is her placement is incredibly important.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to have her close to Crossbones. You need to.
And that leadership needs to get shut down immediately.
Yep.
And like that's a little tough. I mean, she's like 4'5". I mean, her defenses are pretty reasonable.
She's 4'6".
Was that a 6?
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
So she will be pretty easy to get injured.
Right.
She does have hit and run, which I love. I love any charge attack that the throughput on them is just really solid. Partners in Crime is similar to the Corvus Glaive ability with Proxima, where after she activates, as long as Crossbones is within range 4, Crossbones now activates as well.
And hit and run helps close that gap.
Absolutely.
If you don't necessarily, you don't have to keep them within range 4 of each other. As long as she can hit and run and then get to Crossbones before her activation's over.
Yes.
All the better. All the better. A great strategy that I will mess up every fucking time I try to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing that I love about those particular types of abilities is because I normally try to have model advantage, this can help me get advantage or priority.
Right.
By activating my characters quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. It's one of the great things about Proxima and Corvus is it almost always guarantees that you're going to have priority.
Well, and if you're playing them in Black Order, like it's going to be difficult to be playing a team that's not going to have more than you.
Right.
But that certainly confirms it, especially as you start dusting people.
Yep.
100%. Yeah, their damage output's gross.
What's her innate ability?
Heir to the Wicked.
Yeah.
So when this character is damaged by an enemy or allied effect, after the effect is resolved, if it is not dazed, it gains 1 power. Which is that helps mitigate that she only has 4 stamina on her healthy side. So like actually getting power to make it personal or use hit and run with any kind of regularity, gaining extra power from taking damage is huge.
I think the thing that I really like about this and makes her kind of an S&M queen is that it is when damaged by an enemy or allied effect.
Oh, your beam hit me? I like it.
Yeah. Vision, give me more.
It's so good. And she has stealth, because why not? Cool.
No, it makes it a little more durable, which is good.
For sure.
Correct. And makes things like hit and run. I don't know if we've seen hit and run on someone with stealth before, but it's awesome. Those two being on the same characters is awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of brutal. Well, especially because her biggest range, her pistol is only range 3, which seems a little...
It's pretty standard.
Her pistol's usually 3. I thought they were 4. But either way, she has to get within range that her stealth doesn't work to attack at all. So the fact that she could hit and run, shoot, and then get out of that range before, forcing your opponent to move and waste an action. I like it a lot.
So, Lutely. I mean, she's
really
pretty straightforward. I think the affiliation ability is kind of most of what's going on. But
did we mention her tactical foundation? She's not on just a rock.
No.
She's got like busted walls.
A brick house. She's mighty. Just letting it all hang out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We're going to get shut down for copyright infringement at some point.
So here's the most important thing. Healthy side.
Yeah.
Her knife is about, I would say, the length from her hip to her knee. Yeah, of her thigh. On her injured side, it's about the size of her waist to her head, if not longer. It is actually, with the perspective and the angle that she is at, I think full body length.
I want
and on the model, it's a toothbrush.
Well, the image we have for her model, the knife is completely foreshortened, where you can't tell how big it is at all. I want to see it the size in her card art, where it's like a short sword. Like that thing is awesome. Why is it? Oh, I guess that one is her 6 dice attack anyway.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
One for each serrated nubbin. That's what they're called, right?
Yeah, nubbins.
Totally.
Nubbins. Yeah.
I love that it's that one side is serrated look. That just makes it look way more brutal.
Helps you cut through wood.
If I'm going to
say like bread or something.
If I'm going to be working behind a bar,
and
I'm going to be cutting citrus, I would significantly prefer to have a serrated knife than a regular knife.
What do you call a knife that's not serrated?
Not serrated.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That was
also sometimes
sans serration.
Yeah. That's sometimes also known as a knife.
Oh, yeah. So it's a knife on one side and a serrated knife on the other.
Correct. Correct. Also, sometimes the official term in the kitchen is toothy one.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Can we also mention that her name is Cynthia, but spelled with an S instead of a C? S-I-N.
Yeah. Well, her name's short for Cynthia.
Yeah,
right?
I love that.
Oh.
Cynthia Schmidt. She's Red Skull's daughter.
So at the point of this card coming out,
Also, only going to refer to her as Schmitty from now on.
Oh God, of course you are.
Of course you are. I began to black out and didn't realize if anything else actually dropped. What else came out?
We got the panel to play for Madam Viper.
Of course we did.
Madam Hydra or Viper.
Yeah. Viper
I guess
Hydra.
you could say Madam Viper. People know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Viper.
So she paired with Sin.
Yes.
And she's the green to Sin's red.
Yes. They are the Christmas couple. Sin and Viper. So she's got 3 attacks. All of which inflict conditions.
They're not too specific about. We know there's poison somewhere, right? There's got to be.
Yeah,
there's
so
a poison dagger.
She's got Assassin's Pistol, a poison dagger, or her signature Viper Strike. She leaves a lingering debility on her target to remember her by. I'm assuming this might be a. I mean, it even could be like a element gun or a wild quiver or something like that, where it's going to do your choice.
Oh, I love those. I always pick the wrong one, and I like it.
Accurate. Sometimes your opponent is like, "Are you sure?"
Yep. I want to play my own game.
Fair. Even
if I do it wrong, I got to learn from my mistakes that I don't usually.
But the super cool thing about her is, at least from the panel play and how they discussed her, she's going to be super mobile. She's going to be moving around, most likely getting movements before the attacks go off or having a charge. So she might kind of be the flip side of Sin, where she's going to be having the charge versus the hit and run. It talks about how the most potent of her attacks, the Viper Strike, sees her leaping or dashing forward near her target to land a strength 6 toxic strike with the special Venom rule that inflicts both slow and stun if she rolls a wild.
So I wonder if that one has like she's placed and then attacks?
Yes.
Kind of thing?
That would be my guess.
Crossbones has something like that, or is that he gets placed after?
His is after.
Right. So I wonder if her Viper Strike has like a built-in charge or something like that.
So I don't think it does. I think it'll probably be the same as Killmonger's Black Ops Strike. I think it'll be a melee attack, but it is at range 3, and then she
then placed within one
afterwards. Because that's the aesthetic that they're going for.
Makes sense.
Is that they're charging in first.
And then she has the displacement ring, which is just cool.
So that is the super cool thing. So it's an active superpower that costs 2 and allows Viper to be placed anywhere within range 2 of her current location. So I love the idea of her probably having that Viper Strike. It's probably going to cost a little bit of power, but it's going to be range 3. It's probably going to put you near somebody, and you're going to be skirting that line often. You're going to be making sure you're just close enough to get the attack out, so you are maximizing the teleport ring on the way out.
Which means it'd be rough for me to use.
Because she does have stealth. So that is going to be why that teleport out is important. It's because you're going to be... The goal of stealth is to make sure if someone's going to attack you, they are wasting a movement action to get there.
Or wasting power to charge when they wouldn't necessarily need to.
Correct. Yep.
I find it interesting that both Sin and Viper have stealth in the same box.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. Why not? I'm assuming she's going to be Cabal.
Oh, yeah. It would be really cool to see if they do add a new affiliation for her, maybe with not much other people on it yet, but
just straight Hydra, or
Hydra, or maybe like a Hydra aim. They make some term to kind of combine henchman master or something. Masters of Evil
sucks.
Maybe
Masters of Evil would be good. Oh, you're reading Crossbones?
Yeah, I didn't realize. I don't know, like endure.
Inured to pain?
Yeah, is like 1 energy when some people get that for free.
Yep. Really high threat people have it. Or Drax.
I mean, sure. And then like Haymaker is 4 energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3 dice, but it's 4 energy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of energy, bro.
It is. But he's aggressive. And he's going to activate
it was after. For some reason, I thought you did it before. I don't know why, but no, after the attack targeting this character is resolved, if this character suffers as it may advance short.
So we know that she is going to have 3 kind of defenses, because they do describe Coiled Serpent, which is similar to, I think who else has it besides Proxima, who has martial prowess, where you pay a couple power. Gamora has it too, where you pay some power, you roll 5 dice instead of whatever you're going to roll before. I don't know either, man. But if you don't, what is happening? If you block all the damage, you do 2 damage back. It's a great deal. Like a meatball
Doesn't
sub.
Cyclops have something like that too?
Greasy meatball.
Yeah, greasy meatball.
He's definitely got it.
I like.
No, he has a counter shot.
Oh, he's got quick draws. What I'm thinking.
Yeah, same thing, but
she
against range attacks, right?
She sounds cool.
Yeah,
I mean, she sounds neat. She sounds like she's gonna be the new condition person. She's probably gonna be a 3 threat. If I have to guess.
Guessing 3.
I had Ophelia up. Her name's Ophelia.
Okay, I was like, what are you even saying right now? Ophelia, because she's a snake lady.
Yes, Ophelia, the Ophidian villain.
I love that little line they had in there. Her name is Ophelia Sarkisson.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her Schmitty.
Sarkissian. There we go.
I mean, she's fine. She's good. I don't hate her. I'm
curious to see about her other attacks. I'm assuming the Assassin's Pistol, they didn't call it automatic pistol or something, so I'm assuming it's not going to be a standard range 3, 4 strength, 0 power. After the attack is resolved, you gain 1 power, and also rapid fires automatically. But it could be.
Right.
Poison dagger, I assume, range 2, probably poisons on the dagger.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
I find it interesting that in the panel to play, Assassin's Pistol is capitalized, Poison Dagger is not. So I think Assassin's Pistol is going to be
its own unique attack.
Yeah. But we won't. We probably will find out next week, or probably the same day this video comes out.
What if Assassin's Pistol adds extra dice if the target is on their injured side?
That would be
because it's
awesome.
made to kill.
I like that.
I didn't get a word you just said. My brain just shut off. Did Sin's pistol only give her 1, or is it a builder?
1.
1.
Okay.
But then she has rapid fire, so she can get 2 out of it.
That's fair. I'm not going to roll 2 damage on average on those attacks, so I'm fine getting 2 strength 4 attacks instead.
Yeah.
I played Ghost Rider twice, who never had power on him because he couldn't roll damage.
That's fair. Is there anything else before I have to go to the hospital for this stroke? Apparently,
I'm ready for a nap after this. This has been so much. I think that was it.
Yes.
Yeah. We did get to see Luke Cage. He's coming soon. That's cool. So much. Yeah, there's the model. It looks great.
Mysterio looks so good.
He looks so good. A ton of Star Wars stuff also came out, which I'm super excited about. Kind of almost want to get back into X-Wing. I still have like all my old like first edition stuff.
Same. Yeah. Right behind the curtain.
I kind of want to get back into it just because like I really love everything that AMG has been doing.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to get back into it just to see how it's different. But I'm going to give it some time probably.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. And
also, I don't know how anyone could afford to play another game when Maze releases from this game is going to bankrupt me.
Yeah, seriously. I'm going to save some stimulus money for that.
Yeah.
Just for Maze release. I do really like the look of the Wookiee Commandos or whatever they're called.
Yeah, Wookiee Commandos look great. Master Yoda with 2 different models looks super dope.
I'll probably get it, even though I'll probably never play this game, but I have building a clone army.
Yeah, who would have thought that Wookiee Commander would have come up before Iceman 2?
Cassandra Nova before Iceman.
It's so wild.
It's so dope.
Yeah.
Like, I really
Founding member.
Like, think about it. Omega level threat character.
Walks. Has a scarf.
Also
bald.
Also proves that we can literally get any character in the world. Pisses Dan off. It gives me everything that I want in a character. You know what I mean?
I'm not actually pissed off about it. I mean, it's just...
No, you're pissed, Dan. Let me have this. That's all I have right now.
I am pissed that I still don't have Iceman.
In one of the...
I'll never get Ahsoka and Legion either.
In one of the...
I'm really surprised we didn't get an Ahsoka announcement, honestly.
Terrain shots. I forget what it was or what character it was. We did see on like a pillar.
Yep.
Bishop. But it looked like graffiti artwork could be Bishop from the X-Men. Most likely Kate Bishop.
It was purple as well, which makes me think Kate Bishop more than Lucas Bishop.
Who is Kate Bishop?
I'm so happy you asked.
I'm going to go to bed before he goes, and this is going to take a while.
Kate Bishop happens to be part of a group called the Young Avengers with Wiccan and Speed. So, by seeing Bishop on that panel, we now have confirmed Wiccan and Speed will be coming out in Q4 of 2021.
I really hope for your sake we get Wiccan and Speed before.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy a new Doctor Strange model. We do, because...
you know what's going to happen is we're going to get Wiccan and Speed before Iceman.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, people like Wiccan and Speed. They've also been in X-Men related media significantly more recently than Iceman. As an actual point, I guess. Yeah. To why they would be released soon.
I mean, I guess that's pretty true. I have nothing against Wiccan and Speed. I would love to see them in the game for sure. I want my favorite character.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see Wiccan and Speed anytime soon because we already have a speedster coming out in Quicksilver, and they tend not to piggyback.
Right, like they wouldn't release two of the same gendered character that both have stealth, that are lower threat, that are bad guys, and a pistol. That both have swords and a pistol. No,
they're in the same box.
Oh, because
they're in the same box, so it's fine. No, I'm saying they're not going to fucking release the parents to the fucking, like, they're not going to have the parents come out and then they're going to have the kids.
That's disgusting. They're brother and sister. This isn't Ultimate X-Men.
So true.
Where they bang a lot.
It's implied. Heavily.
My point.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But, like, they're not going to do, like, oh, here's Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver at 3 threats, and they suck. You know what I mean? Like, versus
Scarlet Witch is a 3 threat.
No, she'll be a 4.
Storm being a 3 threat.
No, she'll be a 4 and probably pretty bad. Realistically.
Listen, I don't care as long as Wiccan comes out and he's good and I can use him.
Yeah.
You'll use him even if he isn't good. You'll Hulk it up.
Yeah.
You'll play him and he'll be either really good or really bad, depending on who you're playing against.
Yep.
And if She-Hulk is on the table.
There's a part of me that really likes the idea of She-Hulk just beating the shit out of Wiccan for some reason.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's a hate crime, actually. I'm pretty certain.
Probably. I'm still here for it.
But, yeah.
Oh, that
said, secret. I don't know if I said this in one of the earlier episodes, but I was thinking a lot about characters that I would really like to see. Quentin Quire, I would adore in this game. Kid Omega. Man.
Have you seen his new costume he designed himself?
No.
For Kid Omega? It's like all black bodysuit up to, right to his neck. And then he has like psionic glasses. So he doesn't have real glasses on. And then his pink mohawk that's going all over the place. And then he has just like the Omega symbol in like neon pink that like goes around his chest, and then a couple of little pink lines, and that's about it. And then he typically has like a psionic shotgun that's pink.
One thing I learned very recently, and apparently it's been the thing for a while, I didn't know that the current Professor X walking around is Professor X's mind imprinted on one of Phantom X's other bodies.
What? No?
Yeah.
It's a Professor X body.
No, it's...
Because when he got killed, like immediately when the Dawn of X stuff started, and they were able to, maybe the new one.
That first one.
They Donatello did?
Maybe the first one.
The first one was...
Kinda.
They put him in Metalhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just read that recently. That series is so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I wish Marvel had TMNT so we could get them in this game.
Agreed.
I know people have like 3D printed ones and like fan made. We're not going to do that on the show, probably.
No, we're not.
Not on the stream, I mean.
Correct.
I also super like...
No, one thing, sorry, just about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing, before you forgot.
Yeah.
And not the reason you forgot. But the thing that I really liked about that particular Ninja Turtle series is that a lot of people might say that it is Bebop and Rocksteady's fault that Donatello got beaten to death with sledgehammers.
Sure.
It's Leonardo's fault.
It's 100%
I should have known that's where you're going with that.
And while on the path to change, Donnie comes back so he doesn't have to, even though
to be fair, he never died. He didn't.
I mean,
he was very close.
You guys read Les Ronin yet?
No.
It's very good.
It's like $9 an issue, and I just can't justify it.
Wow.
It is.
I mean, that's gonna be a collector's item. You know what I mean? That's gonna be well worth it.
I've heavily thought about it every time I go in the store and see them on the shelf. I'm like, I could just get the first 2 issues, and
it's really good.
It sounds awesome.
Also, highly recommend if you want a comic recommendation that's not Marvel or anything. Cowl by Image Comics.
I don't know that one.
It's good. It's unionized.
Is that the Unionized Superheroes one?
Unionized Superheroes. It's really good. I picked it up on a whim and I started reading it last night. I'm going, this is actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I like this. I don't read comics, so this is nice.
Fair.
Yeah. Actually, that's such a I read a lot of Marvel and I just needed a palate cleanse because I don't want to dive super hard into Hellboy.
Why does your family need hot water? Just cut them off.
Yeah, be a dad. Come on. Like,
I don't think it's hot. I think it's the furnace.
Even worse, they're turning the heat on. They're touching your thermostat, you monsters.
Yeah. It's one of the M months.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That means it's warm. Anyway.
With that being said, true believers, thank you for joining us. It has been 14 and a half hours. It feels like an Elite Eight Showdown episode.
I am whooped.
I am tired and my brain hurts and I'm kind of mad at you and I don't know why.
Wait, never mind.
I get that.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks everybody for checking it out. Go head over to twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network every Monday, 7 p.m. Oh yeah, the Power Phase. We live stream our games. BuiltBar.com. Promo code Professional Casual at checkout. Get those supplements. Raise Energy. Click the link below. Use promo code Professional Casual, all one word at checkout.
15%.
15% off. And if FedEx could stop being a bitch boy and actually get the shipments out like they're supposed to, 100% not Raise's fault, and actually great customer service. They had a new shipment out in under an hour after I emailed them.
And you'll probably get both, is from what it seems like.
No, one of them is definitely very gone.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's very. Shout out to Conklin, New York. I don't know what happened, but
it's been there for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been there for 3 weeks. I got the second shipment just the other day. And
because you gave me one.
Yeah, the Baja Lime. It's called. It is
close enough.
It is very close. It is very close to Baja Blast. It tastes a lot like key lime pie.
Oh, I haven't
bang.
tried.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I keep forgetting that it's over there. But no, I still have I don't have crashes from.
So I was using this actually stupid, delicious pre-workout.
Oh, it's so good.
It is so
the gummy bear
good.
one.
Yes,
they were crazy good.
I have switched almost completely to a Raise and a Built Boost.
Yeah,
and I get fucking lit.
You'd almost rip a door off and beat 3 people at Planet Fitness.
I slam the Raise first, and then during the workout to stay hydrated, because I guess that's what you're supposed to do with pre-workout stuff. Is I drink Built Boost slowly through the workout and just keep getting angrier and angrier.
I tried that pre-workout before one of my doubles where I did upper body weight training first.
Yeah.
And then by the time I was done with that, my hands were still shaking from the pre-workout. And I was like, I got to wait 15 minutes before I can go on a cardio machine because I don't have it. I can't sign out for the 45 minutes to the hour time. So I was sitting there trying to read a book on my Kindle and I couldn't read it because my hands were shaking too much. And I was like, I need to move and do something. It worked really well.
Yeah.
You guys are just cranked up screaming how Neil Peart is the greatest drummer of all time from Rush. Just
the Holy Trinity, man. You know,
snorting Built Boost up the nose.
Well, yeah. Listen,
what was that energy, that pre-workout from anyway?
It was called Lit AF.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
I
definitely felt that way.
Beyond Raw, I think, is the brand.
They're not a sponsor.
No, not a sponsor.
No, but I would check out Raise and Built.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you want these promo codes.
Listen, if you want to get... If you want to get going, Built Boost and Raise.
And of course, check out if you want to support the show, patreon.com/Professional Casual Network or Professional Casual. Sorry, as little as $1, get into that hot Discord.
Yeah.
It's fire. It's always fire.
It is really good.
It's really good. And we have channels in there for everything. Mute the ones you don't like.
Literally,
come chat in the ones you do.
Yeah.
We're talking about
any big show that comes out on Disney Plus. There's
a spoiler free, spoiler full for everybody. So check it out. That's it. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Touchdown.